Internet historian. Y2K. I don't really know what Y2K was because I wasn't born yet.
Let me tell you how the world ended. December 31st, 1999.
Oh.
Y2K.
It must have been so scary to be alive back then.
Just how bad will it get?
Everything that could go wrong did. Y2K, the movie.
To my knowledge, I'm the last survivor. Planes fell from the sky. Expensive Pentium 2s ceased to function. Nuclear launches all around the globe. Let me tell you about the downfall of mankind.
Ooh.
Scene transition. It all started in the 80s. The synth was wavy, the computers were absolute units, but the memory was embarrassingly small. So at the time, computer
Holy fuck, anyone remember memory cards? Dude.
programmers were trying to save every byte they could. When they programmed in years, the date 1995.
I have a memory card somewhere that has like a bunch of developer master saves. Wait, fuck, that got stolen. Did it? I think it got stolen. Damn it.
For example, became just 2 digits. 95. Good solution at the time.
Yeah, like I had like developer master saves for like games I worked on where I had like basically every character in the game, including characters that you couldn't get.
But as the years went by, people went, hold on a minute, what will happen at the year 00? And the answer was, across millions of potential systems, no one really knew. They had a problem, and they called it Y2K.
Isn't that just year 2000? Why do they make it sound like scary?
Let's take a step back. What does Y2K mean?
Well, Y is short for year, 2 of course means 2, and K is the scientific symbol for thousand.
Mono means 1, and rail means rail.
So the year 00 was coming up. For computers, that could mean 2000, or it could mean 1900, or it could be a nil value. Now apply that same principle to something more important like banking transactions, international scheduled airline departure, or the internal clocks of GPS satellites. And now you see the problem. Systems would start to fail.
Didn't like literally nothing happen though? I swear like literally nothing happened.
The systems will fail, and if one part of it fails, none of it works.
So traffic lights, power systems, water systems, military networks, microwaves, advanced AI, the entire internet. It could all potentially domino into chaos.
It is a particularly large global disaster in the making.
Scene transition. So companies got together to spend their way out of the problem. The United States alone invested an estimated 100.
Wait, was it like he was reading a script that he wrote?
$134
Scene
billion
transition.
to fix the bug. But they had an immovable deadline, and only so much could be done leading up to January 1st, and hitherto, only a fraction of the problem was fixed. Legislators could see the writing on the wall, so the Y2K Act was passed, which protected companies against lawsuits resulting from the bug. But, as the media reported on
Wait, why? Why? They should have taken care of that shit.
the problem in louder and more hysterical terms.
They're preparing for martial law.
I think Y2K financially could be devastating for this nation.
They'll tell you.
You know what they keep getting? They keep getting like some special protections from the government.
Everything's fine.
For what?
They're lying to you. Everything ain't fine.
The Y2K problem could abolish all paper currency and coins throughout the world.
A secondary problem arose. Panic. Ooh. Here's an example. You spend millions of dollars getting your city's water system up to Y2K compliance. Everything's looking good. But the media is feeding people hype. So a nervous population does what it often does. No, fill the bathtub full of water. Just
Wait, doesn't everyone do that? Wait, everyone does that, right? I always fill the bathtub full of water whenever there's like a major thing happening. Yeah, like whenever there's like this big storm coming in, I always fill the bathtub full of water. It's the first thing you do. Do you guys not do that? This is what you're supposed to do.
in case, for obvious reasons. Well, Also, what tends to happen is everybody has that idea.
Adventure Sam and Satoru Yukley says why? Because of water. Because you need water to live. So you fill the bathtub full of water so you have extra water. It's like emergency food and emergency water. So you have like the bathtub filled with water and then like you have water like barrels. Do you guys not have extra water? Wait, you guys don't keep emergency water? You live on a lake? Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough.
Deer at once at the last minute. You can imagine what that does to a big city. It kills
True,
supply.
I see.
Then people think there's no water, Y2K is on for sure, and panic explodes in the streets. Boy, there was potential here for real disaster. So it was up to
It's kind of like the TP running out. You know, like everyone buys it at the same time.
citizens like us to take matters into our...
You know, honestly, like during COVID, when everyone was panicking, like me and my mom were just chill. Because we already had all the emergency food and like we had like... We're never using like... Basically, we have like TP. We're always like extra on our TP supply. And like any TP that we buy, we just cycle it. So it's like... We always have extra. So like during COVID when nobody had TP, we had like all the TP in the world. Like it was not like we weren't worried about it at all, like anything.
Our own hands. Welcome to the Y2K.
I have a bunker? No, I don't have like a nuclear bunker. I want one though. I wish I had one.
Everything you need to survive the apocalypse. We bought survival.
I'm surprised you guys don't have a bidet. We have like 2 actually. I have like we have 2. Only the guest, well, actually, only the guest rooms don't have them.
I think I'm made. Mostly. But then they want a place in the bunker.
We bought...
But, okay, guys, listen. Just because you have a bidet doesn't mean that you don't use TP. I found this out the hard way.
Seeds. We bought a library of literature. We bought into pretty much everything.
Call now and get the ultimate Y2K survival kit from becalm.com.
But Y2K just kept creeping closer. And soon, it was time to say goodbye to loved ones.
But it's a 2-person.
It was time to say goodbye to the world as we knew it. From my bunker, I could hear the bombs go off. The destruction. Just unimaginable. Let me just set the mood real quick. Nope. Nope. Close. Yeah. It's all gone now. The small things that went unappreciated. The great moments of our time.
Do you guys remember when Amazon only sold books? Holy fuck.
There is no going back. The date today is somewhere around 2018.
I remember when I was in elementary school, like my teacher, you know how like you would do book readings at school where like everybody like has a book and like everybody gets the same book and like you have to read it for like class assignment. And usually you would go like to the library and then you would like each get one. My teacher was like really into like, whoa, you can buy books on Amazon. She would be like, anybody want to buy this book? And then you can own it and you can have like your own library at home. And I thought that was so cool. And so like, I remember giving money to my teacher to like buy the books from Amazon. And she would get like a giant box of them. And I was like, whoa, that's cool.
It's finally time to step back into the world. With whatever horrors.
You mean you got it from the internet? Wow.
I don't know what I'll find out there.
Not from a store?
Mutants, cannibals, different factions of bandit. I just hope I'm ready to take it all on.
You have to understand that like back then you couldn't really buy stuff online. Like honestly, like Amazon Prime is so fucking crazy. Like if you think of it, like if I think about like my childhood and then I think about Amazon Prime now, I'm just like, holy fuck. It's so crazy, you know? eBay was cool. Dude, I loved eBay. eBay was so neat. Like you could just get all sorts of weird shit, you know, that you couldn't get before. Dude, I love Scholastic Fairs. Dude, I love Vito. I love those so much. Dude, those were my favorite. I remember those Scholastic book fairs. I love them. Oh my god, I remember I bought Sonic the Hedgehog books. I loved them. Yeah, I love them so much. Like it was like the best. It was like my favorite to like go there and just like get all sorts of books. If you don't know what they are, Scholastic book fairs were basically Scholastic, which is like a publisher. They would go to your school and they would have a bunch of like literature for kids, like a bunch of books, and like they would take over like your school library. And then like on the tables, like, you know, like the study tables and stuff in the school library, they would lay out all of these books. They would just have like maybe like 10 copies of like a bunch of different books, and you would go there and you could just buy them, and they would be like cheaper. Like they would be like kind of like a little bit discounted, so you could buy them. And I bought like Animorphs. Oh man, I was really into Animorphs. I was really into Animorphs when I was a kid. I got Animorphs. I got Sonic the Hedgehog books, like Super Mario stuff. I remember. What else did I buy? I just bought like a lot of random books. I got like, you know, like Scott Odell and stuff like that. Animorphs, the gateway to modern furries. Is that really a thing? Was that really a gateway to furries, man? Like, I don't know.
Get it? He steps out and then it's the cabin from sea.
I used to think Tobias was so cute. I was in love with Tobias when I was a kid. I thought Tobias was like a peak husband.
It's all connected. It's such a deep and encompassing lore. Remember when I used to make good content? Me neither. Scene transition. Okay, I was only partially right about the whole doomsday.
I think Tobias was Tobias was my first husband. Was Tobias. My first waifu was Deedlit. Deedlit was my first waifu, and Tobias was my first husband.
Day thing. The world didn't end, but in Australia, some of the vending machines stopped working, and the international
It was a good waifu to have.
The website
right?
displayed the wrong year.
My first ship, that one's hard. Honestly, I think my first ship is probably Marissa Alice. That probably is my first ship, Marissa Alice.
Also this. So that must have been annoying to fix.
In hindsight, that's pretty funny. Actually, to be honest, at the time, I thought it was pretty funny. I worked in the airline industry for years as an avionics engineer. I knew that no planes were going to fall out of the sky.
$500 billion well spent.
Oh yeah, Goosebumps. I read a lot of Goosebumps too. We fixed it at the end. Oh man.